A pathway to support and growth. I've always struggled with financial insecurity despite being employed. My meager salary was barely enough to cover basic needs, let alone support my family. And to be honest, I found myself having to ask for help and live with vulnerability in front, driving the car, so to speak. Feeling the weight of this burden, I decided to be honest about my situation with my line manager. To my surprise, he responded with empathy and offered practical advice. You see, by sharing my struggles, I not only received valuable guidance, but also strengthened our professional relationship. He's been a bit more human to me lately, and I would say my vulnerability helped cultivate that side of him. You know, sometimes he would offer to buy me a meal. I think last week he needed me to do something, so I had to come in early. So I think he felt obligated to take care of my breakfast because I probably would have eaten at home, and he was right. So he told me to take a meal from the cafeteria and that he was going to pay, and I appreciated the gesture. So living with vulnerability sometimes, opens you up to favors. I remember mentioning I couldn't afford what the woman had, so I couldn't eat. I had to wait for the next thing that she would cook that I could afford. And then he was like, no, go take breakfast. I'll pay. And I was like, oh wow. Imagine I wasn't vulnerable. Imagine I wasn't living with the vulnerability of exposing how hard things were due to my financial struggles. I would have missed out on his help. This experience underscored the power of vulnerability and the unexpected opportunities it can unlock. Okay? How vulnerability leads to growth. Vulnerability isn't just about connecting with others. It's also about connecting with yourself. You see, by embracing vulnerability, you step outside your comfort zone and face your fears. Each time you choose vulnerability, you learn more about yourself and grow stronger, both emotionally and mentally. By embracing vulnerability, you take brave steps towards self-discovery and growth.